Thank you for calling Mrs. Podcast Phone. If you want to hear I Thought I Knew How, a podcast about knitting and life, please press 1 now. If you want to hear Lost Unlocked, a spoiler-free podcast about Lost, press 2. For HappyCast Epedition 106, Pass It On, The Good Times, press 3. For the engineer...
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of HappyCast with Ben and Brian. HappyCast, of course, is your number one source for the things that make you happy, the things that bum you out, and everything in between. I am half of your hosting team, Brian, and I'm joined by my other half of the podcasting team, Ben. Ben!
Howdy.
Oh, you're going through a cowboy phase now, Ben?
Howdy, I'm partner Ben. Giddy up.
So what's your kind of old west job there, Cowboy Ben? Are you like a bounty hunter, a prospector, a sheriff?
I'm a ditch digger and
important work.
And a saloon cleaner. Yeehaw.
So you dig ditches and you do other odds and ends. That's good. That's good. As long as you're not the town drunk, although that is a vital role to play in any Old West community.
No, I'm a ditch digger, saloon cleaner, and outhouse. That's it.
The audio cut out a little bit after you said outhouse. I'm hoping that there was like another word after that and you weren't just an outhouse.
No, that's where I stopped talking.
Oh, okay, you're an outhouse. Okay. My apologies. I thought I was having audio issues on my side. So you are an outhouse.
It's an unfortunate life.
Well, all right. That's well, I'm sure that all the fine folks of the community appreciate your hard work. My mind is racing with so many questions about how that would work, but I'm not gonna get into it here because honestly, they're all far too disgusting to ask on the podcast.
Wait, is this not our cowboy themed episode?
It could be, I guess. Do you have like a cowboy themed happy hour and bummer patrol?
I was going to, but you don't really seem all that cowboy, so I guess we're not doing a cowboy episode right now.
I guess not. I'm sorry, Ben. I mistakenly did not prepare for a cowboy theme.
We'll save our Westworld one for later.
Sure. Next week. I'm calling it now, Ben. We're calling our shot. Next week is the long-awaited HappyCast Western episode.
Ooh, yeah. Everyone, make sure, or not, don't say week. Next time.
Oh, next episode.
Whenever that is, it will definitely be Western themed.
Could be a week from now, a month from now. Could be 4 years, as as it turns out.
But hey, this one probably won't be 4 years. If you're hearing this within 4 years, we did it.
Exactly. All right. Well, so all right. I'll have to do a lot of prep work between now and then. So I guess in the meantime, we'll just move on to the happy hour segment. Happy Hour is the part of the show where we talk about the thing that is making us the most happy for the week. Ben, you seem like you're in a pretty chipper mood. What's your happy hour pick?
Well, it was going to be wrestling pigs.
Is that that almost seems like just like a deep South thing more than like a Western thing?
The Western South.
Oh, sure, the deep Southwest. Got it.
Oh, I mean, that's like New Mexico.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, New Mexico. they wrestle pigs.
I don't know. But partner Ben wrestles pigs, but not like HappyCast Ben. My happy hour is going to be what was it? I have so many things. Cryptic crosswords.
What? So, I feel like I might have some notion of what that is, but could you explain it in detail for me?
Cryptic crosswords are weird crosswords. You may be familiar with the normal everyday crossword.
Sure, you're Will Schwartz's.
Crosswords, I mean, I was going to explain what a crossword is. Everyone who's listening knows what a crossword looks like.
Yeah, I feel like our listeners have all seen a crossword.
Sometime in their life. I hope so. If you have not, please write in happycastfeedback@gmail.com to let us know. But, so you know a normal crossword. There are a bunch of rules that a lot of people don't know about crosswords. Like they'll recognize one, but they won't know stuff about how they almost always are supposed to have a certain type of rotational symmetry. So if you rotate it upside down, it's the exact same pattern of squares. There's a whole series of conventions around how the clues work and how you have to match tenses of the answer to a tense of the clue.
Mm-hmm.
What question marks mean, all that nonsense. Well, Megan and I, nightly, we do the New York Times Games stuff of the spelling bee, which is like a jumble where you can reuse letters and there's one letter you're required to use.
Yes.
And connections, which has a board, like a 4x4 board of 16 words or phrases, and you have to put them together in matching groups of fours, four of them, because that's how 16 divided by 4 is. That one actually, I don't think originates from, but is very similar to a British game show called, it's probably not right either, quiz program called Only Connect, which is a real highfalutin type quiz show in the UK with very complicated connections you have to make, and it always ends with that same 4x4 board. But anyway, we play those every night, and we used to do the New York Times crossword, and not the one we're on usually. I think we're a couple years behind is what we've been doing, and we do a little a night. But that got too easy. I mean, not that they're all just super simple, but it was all kind of the same, and you got to know how it works. And eventually, I've been wanting to jump into cryptic crosswords for some time. I finally buckled down and tried to learn it. And now I really like it.
Are they weird in that the clues are weird, or that they kind of upend your traditional crossword conventions?
More of the first one, sort of. They have different rules. These are typically more popular in the UK and Australia, from what I've read. But there's not not them in the US. So it will look similar to a normal crossword, but a little closer to the kind I hate, where a lot of the words aren't just intensely interlocked, but there'll be lots of letters that might not connect to anything at all. Like maybe every other letter is connected to other ones. I usually hate how that looks in a regular crossword, but that's kind of necessary on this kind of crossword because of how weird these crosswords are. So where a normal clue is just the clue that tells you what it is you're trying to put in, cryptic crosswords you split in half. You don't know where the half is. You have to find that too. But one half of it is a normal clue to the crossword, and the other half is like a word puzzle that will help you either figure out or confirm your answer. Here's just an example from random one I'm pulling up. It says, in favor of channel for merchandise. That one, spoiler alert, I'll tell you, it's 7 letters if he wants you to pause and figure it out.
Yeah, okay. No, I got nothing.
In favor of channel for merchandise is product. Product is merchandise, so you split it there. So what you have left over is going to be the word puzzle half. In favor of channel is product.
Okay.
That's how they do it. There are a lot of different types of clues. That kind is called a charade. You just take the pro and the duct and put them together and you get product. There are ones where you have to take off the first letter or last letter of something, and what you have left over is the answer. Some are reversals, where it gives you part of a clue, and you have to figure out that you have to actually reverse your answer to get the correct ones, like how dressed and desserts are backwards. There are homophone clues, where where a thing sounds like another thing. They never tell you which thing or which type of clue you need, though, either, which makes it really tricky. Some are container clues, where you take a smaller word and put it inside of another word, and if you slam it all together, it makes like one full word, if that makes any sense at all. Like there's one Megan and I did recently that was my bad Cockney's basketball. 4 letters.
4 letters. Yeah, I'm stumped. I don't know.
Well, see, what I like about it is that you don't know chunks of it. You know, kind of within a limit of what you're looking for, but you don't know for sure. So, you have to split it in half, and that one half of it is going to be the main clue, like a normal crossword clue. It probably isn't going to be my bad Cockneys. So probably my bad, because the other end, it could just be basketball also, probably not Cockney's basketball. So either way, Cockney's is going to be part of the actual like riddly part. And so I tried to think about what that could mean. And I mean, I thought I'd do some kind of slang at first.
Yeah, so it's like oops, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's oops. My bad is oops, and Cockney's basketball would be oops.
Okay, all right, I get it. I'm picking up what you're laying down now, Ben.
They're all like little jokes, basically. Oh, and there's an anagram one, too. And what can be hard is there are like certain words that tell you something's going to be a container, or at least can hint or indicate it. Or there are certain words that can mean like, hey, here comes an anagram. Usually, I mean, the easier ones are things like mixed or jumbled. That does come up sometimes on the easy ones. But also stuff like crazy or like cooked or destroyed. Like usually violent ones or cooking ones mean you're going to anagram something usually. So here is one. Risky business, fringe, and good times in high definition.
Risky business. Risky business, fringe, good times, and high definition?
Yes.
Huh.
It's 5-4. It's like two words.
Yeah.
That one is hedge fund. Risky business is the clue part, means hedge fund.
Okay.
Fringe is edge. Good times is fun. And if you put edge fun inside of high definition or HD, you get hedge fund.
Okay. All right. So, if I just want to make sure I got this clear. It sounds as though that you've done so many puzzles now that like your standard run of the mill crossword is not doing it for you. So you have to go for the stronger, like more uncut, like puzzles on top of puzzles. It's like a multifaceted, like riddle within another riddle.
Yeah, well, that's why I like them. Is there are ones that are written worse, or at least worse for me when I do one, if they're really dependent on like local British pop culture or who the leader is of certain areas there. That's really hard for me. But if they're more generally written, I usually like them.
Okay. I mean, it sounds fun. I'm a little bit plugged into this world, just through my interactions with you, and I enjoy a game from time to time. But I am surprised I've never heard of cryptid crosswords before.
Yeah, well, they always felt so like, a little too far out of reach for me most of the time, until I finally decided I wanted to learn them. And I think easier is not the right word. Like you have to learn the rules of it, but you kind of should you can stumble your way through a normal crossword. But it doesn't take much to learn the basic rules of a crossword, like the tense stuff I mentioned, or knowing like sort of reading a clue and knowing at least vaguely what they're asking you, or knowing that if you see a question mark, it means like, oh, we're being a little cheeky with this one. The cryptic crosswords just ask a little more learning up front, but once you learn the basic rules, I think they're way more fun because there's so many avenues to hit to try to solve it. You could try to find the main clue and figure it out from that. But in a normal crossword, to confirm you have something right, you have to check like every single cross that goes across it. In this one, if you can make sure that the riddly half of the clue makes sense with what you have, for sure it's going to be right. And sometimes you can figure out from the riddly half instead, or only get half the riddly half. And then from there, that might help you figure out part of the word. Like Megan and I were doing them recently. That I don't remember. It's like uncover frisbee in shake or something like that. And frisbee, pretty sure is going to be disc. So I think the whole word is going to start with disc, and it can't be discover because another crossword rule is you aren't supposed to have the answer in the clue.
Sure.
So it won't be discover because it's uncover, but it's probably disc something. We haven't finished that one yet. We're still on that one actually right now. I'll give you one more and then I'll stop ranting. Not ranting. Positive ranting. Raving.
Is it? Yeah, raving. That seems like the term for a positive rant.
That's so raving.
I don't know. I like that so raving. I don't know. A rave also seems like it could be negative though. Like,
maybe if you rant and rave, it's bad.
Sure, I'm ranting and I'm raving.
Although people are raving about this new Broadway musical Hamilton.
People are going off about, about how the price of milk is too high, and then they're raving. So they're like dancing with glow sticks. That's raving, right?
Oh no, yes, stark raving mad.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know. I guess we'll do our new segment, Ask an AI. It's not going to be that exciting. I'm just going to ask an AI what the positive version of ranting is.
Although, but if a movie came out and had rave reviews, that would be very positive.
English is confusing.
It is. That's what I always hear from people who pick English up as the second language, is that it's much more difficult than others. That's I'll just I sign off on that. I took French class for 2 or 3 years, and I've retained zero French. How about you, Ben?
Je m'appelle Claude.
I'm sorry, is that French, Ben? I have no idea what you're saying.
I think I'm pretty sure that's French. I think I learned that from an episode of Friends where Joey had to learn French.
Je suis. That's it. It's I am. That's all I remember is I am.
Hey, that's enough because that means you think, right?
I am, therefore I am. That's what je suis.
Ergo.
Je suis. That's it's French Popeye.
Megan would know a little more about the French stuff. She took that for several years. I took Latin for 2, and then a year or something of German. So I only have bits and pieces of both of those. Took a lot of English though.
Yeah, I'd like to learn a second language. Maybe I'll do that one day.
This just in. My Microsoft Copilot, I think it's Microsoft, I asked the positive version of ranting, and what I was given were 6 choices, so we can choose. Do we want gushing, raving, louding, prattling, effusing, or jabbering?
I mean, prattling and jabbering still seem bad. I mean, raving was number 2, right? I think we should just lock raving in as the definitive answer.
I mean, but gushing, that one's pretty good. Fruit does that.
Well, are you sure not thinking about fruit snacks?
I mean, they're not called fruit snackers. They're not called fruit ravers.
I mean, I'm just saying, if I bit into an apple, I wouldn't say that the apple was gushing.
But what if you bit into a fruit gusher?
Yeah, sure, they do gush by definition, so I'll give you that.
Are you gonna mail them or?
Yep. I'm gonna send you some gushers in the mail. You have a PO box, right?
Those things are gonna melt together before they get here.
So one Uber-Gusher.
Yeah. I'll leave you one more clue though, and then I'll stop. Gushing. No, I don't like gushing. Raving.
Gushing sounds like you have a wound, like you've accidentally sliced your hand open or something.
I think that might be true. Right, here, this is an 8-letter one. It's Rocky Marciano's pasta.
Rocky Marciano's pasta, 8 letters.
Yep.
So I don't know who that is. Is that important? Do I have to know who that is?
Isn't that Rocky's last name?
No, from the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Rocky Balboa.
Oh, yeah, it is, because the movie's Balboa.
Yeah, there's... Well, the 6th one is called Rocky Balboa.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, isn't Rocky Marciano an actual... Yeah,
maybe he's
the
like
real
the
boxer.
real boxer who was maybe an inspiration for the Stallone character, perhaps.
Yeah, okay, that's who I was thinking of. I'm not like incredibly stupid, just slightly.
Yeah, so it is a sportsman, so you got that right. His favorite pasta, so boxing, pasta.
Well, see, that's the thing. Oh, I didn't mention, probably should have.
Oh,
You need to have very little normal crossword knowledge to solve these. Like normal crossword ones, because that'd be like a trivia contest. Like you need like the capital of Ghana or something. That is rare in cryptic crosswords.
Okay. So it's more about just like cracking the I don't know if riddles is the right word, but like the puzzle, within the clue.
Yeah, like maybe it would help to know if he's a boxer, but not actually in this case. So what's tricky with this one is if you know how long it is and you suspect there's a chance of an anagram in it, just see if any of the words have that many letters and then see if something around it is maybe hinting at that.
Okay.
This one is Rocky is an anagram hint because like it's uneven, it's messed up. So if you anagram Marciano, you get macaroni.
So the answer's macaroni?
Yes, because the Rocky Marciano's pasta, you split it in half right before pasta. So the real clue is just pasta, which is macaroni. And the riddle clue is saying to anagram Marciano.
Oof. I'm a little ways away from getting into cryptic crosswords, Ben. I just started doing regular New York Times games, so
Oh well,
maybe I'll work
these
my
are
way up to
also
it.
slightly harder ones. That's from a cryptic crossword book I ended up buying, but they also make a how to do cryptic crosswords book that Megan and I went through so we could learn them. And those are nice, much nicer ones.
I mean, it's conceptually very cool. I've enjoyed learning about them.
And now you know what I'm happy about. So what about you?
Well, I mean, I also enjoy a good crossword, Ben. I've been doing the New York Times games. So I've been enjoying the mini crossword, which is the dumbed down simple crossword.
Ooh,
So
that's a good learner one.
It's been a lot of fun. And at times, how long it takes you to do the very little crossword. And yesterday I finished it in a minute flat, and we're friends
That's good.
on the app. So I checked. I'm like, oh, I feel okay about that. A minute's not bad. And I looked, and you did it in 18 seconds. I was like, oh, not that good.
No, I mean, a minute is still good. That's still a good time for that crossword. The 18 seconds is because these things are like what usually max 6x6 or maybe a little more than that. And this one I think might have been a 5x5. So like you get 5 acrosses, 5 downs on this one. I just happened to immediately know all of the acrosses, so I put them in, and I didn't have to do the downs. It just said I was right. I didn't have to like double check them or anything.
Well, I'll keep working on it. I've only been doing it for less than a week now, so maybe I will get better.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah, it just takes a lot of like getting used to crossword. And what really helps if you do like regular crosswords a lot is you're gonna recognize certain clues that come up a lot. Ones that crossword constructors probably hate having to put these words in, but it's the only way to make them interlock sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like you better know aioli. That one comes up sometimes.
Sure, I like an aioli.
All I know is how to spell it and vaguely what it is.
Yeah, it's like a fancy mayonnaise, right? It's a sauce. It's like an egg. It's like an egg-based sauce.
I believe you. Is it also oleo? That's a good one to know.
I don't know oleo.
You got two kinds of oleo.
That's the audio site that we used to host the Lost a Lot podcast on, right? Oleo.
Yeah, that's what the crossword clue usually is. Yeah.
Okay, great.
The podcasting website that made Lost Unlocked lose several of their episodes.
Destroyed my life's work.
At least a lot of us still out there.
That's true. That's true.
There's oleo with an I and oleo with an E, and one means like miscellaneous, and one is like a breakfast food dip thing. I don't remember. I know if I recognize it the other way.
All right. Well, I could, as I've just gotten into the New York Times Games app, I could talk to you about that for a very long time because I need tips and hints, and I have hot takes on some of these games. I don't understand what
Ooh.
motifs is. I don't get it.
We need like a puzzle segment.
Oh, we should do that. I was very upset with yesterday's connections because it was all movie titles, and then I switched into my movie brain, and I'm like, all right, well, I mean these three movies share a producer, but these came out in the 70s. I don't know. It's like, oh no, these have animals in the title. I'm like, oh, I was not thinking at the right level.
These kind of rhyme.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of rhyme. These are slant rhymes at best.
Listeners, if you want to hear that one, listen to our puzzle segment on the next Western episode.
Our Western puzzle segment.
Yeah, we'll talk about things like crosswords and not about things like Sudokus. Those are like Eastern puzzles.
Yeah, there you go. Western puzzles.
That's how it works.
Okay, so my happy hour pick, Ben. I currently reside in a house, Ben. You
Nice.
visited my home.
I have.
You and Megan had came to visit, and I've their space, their rooms, which is fun. It's good because I do have like a son and a dog and a cat. But
which one do you love the most?
No, like I've known the cat the longest, so we have more history. But I can't get into it right now.
But you known the dog the second longest, right?
That's true. Therefore, I probably love her the second most.
I'll just clip this one out and save it to send to him when he's old enough.
Oh, great.
The dog.
No, obviously I love my son the most, followed by the dog and then the cat. Like, the cat's great, but the cat is less needy, honestly. Sometimes I forget the cat even exists. It won't bother me for like the whole day.
That's the point of cats, though.
The dog is very clingy.
Weird. Yeah, our cat is kind of the opposite.
No,
we don't have a dog. But...
Well, you've met my dog. She's got boundary issues.
What about your kid though? Where does he fall on the scale?
He's number one, obviously.
No, of like needy to clingy or independent.
Gosh, he needs so much attention. It's ridiculous. Can't leave him alone for a minute.
Have you tried yet?
No,
just leave him in like a sink full of knives.
No. The best I've had to do is I put him in the pack and play. I guess is there another name for it? Well, if I say pack and play, you know what that is, right? It's like a playpen.
Okay. I was going to guess playpen.
Yes.
Or like an Amazon warehouse.
I have to sit him there, to like go to the bathroom or something. That's the most time I get.
For him to go to the bathroom?
Oh, well, he just goes to the bathroom whenever he wants. Like, he gets no schedule.
You could do that too if you wanted.
He probably doesn't even know when he's going to the bathroom. It's probably a surprise to him. He hasn't figured that out yet. Yeah. But he needs a lot of attention. Obviously, he's great. I'll have him.
For any cops listening.
But the thing about living in a house, Ben, is that there are a lot of things. Well, not a house, an apartment, any kind of home that you're responsible for. Things break. Things seem to break a lot, Ben. I had an incident where I dropped a bowl. A Pyrex bowl, like a Tupperware, like a heavy-duty Tupperware. And it bounced off the floor, hit the door to my oven, and shattered the door. Those things are apparently glass, and it shattered.
Oh, no.
So my first thought is, I probably need to buy a new oven. But after a little bit of research, you can just buy the door. You don't have to buy a whole new oven.
Really?
Yeah. So I got a new oven door. And, it took a couple of weeks to get. So I was like, no, without oven. So I was living off of like the microwave and the air fryer and the Instant Pot. Sure, I can use the stovetop, but I am a big fan of the oven, Ben. You can bake cookies, you can do all kinds of things.
That's true.
So I get the oven door, and then the second part of my problem emerges where I realize, like, I don't know how to install this oven door. But so this is how we get to the happy hour part of the segment. Is even though I don't know if I've done it on this show, I probably have. I have a habit of ranting and raving about how the internet is it's a net negative for society. It's had a real negative effect on a lot of things. Overall, it does more bad than good. But one of the best things about the internet that I have really appreciated is that you can just go to YouTube and then put anything in, like how to install a Samsung oven door. And within 2 minutes, I am now an expert in putting this oven door on.
That is the magic half of the internet.
Yes, that's the good part of the internet, which, when I was young and the internet was, on the rise and becoming more prevalent, that was the part that everyone was locked in on, not the the cyberbullying and all the bad parts, the identity theft, just real negative stuff. But so I just enjoy anytime I get to fix a thing on my own just by watching a couple of YouTube videos. Like, there's a problem with my car, it needs new spark plugs. Internet, tell me how to change those. Like, okay, here's what you do. And then it's great. I just enjoy being able to fix things myself.
Yeah, I agree.
Thanks to Professor Internet.
Well, about the internet, it's just sort of a fact of life sometimes. You have to take the good and take the bad.
You take them both, and then you have
The HappyCast.
the facts of net. Oh, HappyCast.
No, yeah, the HappyCast. That's what we are. Happy Hour Bumper Patrol.
Oh, not to call out my dear sweet mother, who I do love tremendously, very much. She was over the other day, and she was on her phone. This is me just talking about like the dark, bad parts of the internet. Where she was on her phone, and then she's like, "Oh, wow! Like, look at this thing. Like, this product is, this supplement that like solves all these health ailments, and it's been endorsed by everyone on Shark Tank." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "I'm gonna buy it." I'm like, "All right, what's the name of the thing you're looking at?" She told me, and I googled it, and I pulled up real quickly, like, "Oh yeah, this is a scam that they a lot of people like to use fake endorsements from people on Shark Tank to sell snake oil." And she was very upset, but also I was like, "Well, aren't you glad that I stopped you from spending $35 on nothing?" So that's good. We were able to sidestep that part of the problem. But
That's true. Yeah.
You just can't believe anything you see on the internet, Ben.
That's what we were always told growing up.
That's true.
I have also had to fix things and use the internet to tell me how. Lots of ways, really, with the coding and all. But
sure.
But especially we've had car issues. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's happened in the last several years. We have a new car, though. Before that, we had a 99 we were still driving, and I still drive, which seemed less old before, but I guess because it is increasingly older.
It's getting older every day.
But it just feels exponentially older every day. But we've had a lot of issues with that and having to change all sorts of things. Like the window rolly motor things that make the window go up and down, and
Sure, yeah,
all sorts of stuff. But the internet has been there for me to learn how to safely take off the door panels and reach in there and what is okay to unplug and won't blow the car up or anything.
yeah, and it's good for that stuff. I enjoy it. I've changed taillights because of the internet.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have too, tail and head.
Yeah. It's just, I really appreciate the internet for teaching us things that realistically maybe we should have learned in like a home ec class at school, or maybe like auto class. Is that a thing? Did you guys have an auto class?
I don't know for sure, but the thing is, it's so different in so many different cars that you can't learn all of them. You can learn like maybe vaguely how to do it, but if you want to do it without definitely breaking something, you need these random people online.
So these heroes of the internet.
Yeah.
So maybe honestly, so I guess what we should do, and maybe I'll do this as a service to the community, we should have a class where we teach people how to look things up on the internet. Like, look, if you need a video on how to replace a doorknob, this is what you Google, this is what you look for. You look for a video that's this length, and it's like longer than 5 minutes. That's too long. Don't bother with that. You skip the first 30 seconds. You don't need the intro. That's not important. And no matter what you do, no matter what they say, never like and subscribe.
Ever?
This might not be true, because of the long the internet has like a long history now, but I don't think I've ever liked or subscribed to an internet video.
Wow. I have a handful of people who I like to watch regularly, like funny people or just interesting ones. So I have subscribed to those, and I have liked some that if they're like, usually not if it's already big, because what's the point? But if it's like a
Sure.
newer creator or smaller down who I want to help out, pass it on the good times. Nope.
Pay it forward.
Yep. That's it.
Pass it on the good times. Remember that movie with Haley Joel Osment called "Pass It On the Good Times"?
I mean, that's what you do, right?
Yeah, I guess technically you're not wrong.
That's the second time Good Times has come up.
Ooh, interesting. If we do it one more time, it becomes a theme.
They show up.
Yeah, if you say it one more time, then Jimmie J.J. Walker will appear.
Dynamite.
All right, let's move on to Bummer Patrol.
Oh man!
Bummer Patrol is the part where we talk about the things really bringing us down. And real quick, before we move on, I want to call out the great new bumpers that have been put together for the show. They're terrific. I really enjoy those.
Oh yeah, our old ones were still made in 2010, and a lot of them have like traveled between computers. There's one time when I thought I lost most of them, and maybe I did, and I think I had to clip them out of episodes that were already uploaded, and I had like 3 or 4 versions of each one, and they were all like real hissy at a certain point. But I thought, with our new logo, which iTunes refuses to update, but is on everything else, do we at least need to like refresh the bumpers?
Sure, that's what they say. Every podcast deserves a fresh coat of paint every 14 years.
Was I supposed to use Paint?
Yeah, you're supposed to use MS Paint. That's how you made the new logo, right?
I used Paint.net.
It's close enough.
Oh yeah, for that. But what about the audio? How do I paint the audio?
I'll show you once the podcast is over. I'll enroll you in one of my online classes I'm doing now.
Oh, is this like a tutorial thing, like the one you were talking about, or?
Yeah, I'll teach you how to Google how to do that.
Okay. How would people find your course?
Well, that's a very good question. There's a second class that teaches people how to find it. So
okay, but what about that?
And so for that one, I just actually go around to hot spots around town. I post flyers where you have to pull a phone number, and then they call me, and I talk to them on the phone how to do it.
You live in Hotlanta. Every spot's a hot spot.
That's true.
Wait, what's Bumper Patrol?
Oh, sorry. Bumper Patrol is. You saved me from saying something dumb and nonsensical.
We would never do that.
It's the end of the happy hour gang, Ben, where we just talk about, they can't all be sunshine and rainbows. Some things are gonna kind of drag you down. So it can be therapeutic to share those things with us as well. So what's got you feeling blue, Ben? What's your Bummer Patrol?
Yeah, you don't want to stuff in the Bumper Patrols and just like repress them forever until you explode like Hank Hill.
Yeah, no, you don't want to share your happy hours and you hold the Bumper Patrols in, then you're just, your body becomes, how it's mostly water. Eventually you become mostly Bummer Patrols. So
and eventually you'll explode like dynamite.
Exactly. Like the late great Jimmie J.J. Walker, who
he
might
he
actually be
exploded?
dead. Yeah.
What an ironic death. Well, see, now all right, you know what? I'm just going to ask, I was going to Google it, but I mean, AI is our new overlord, right? So I'm just going to ask, is Jimmie J.J. Walker dead? Did he blow up? And we will see in a little bit what happened. My Bummer Patrol is, it's weird and kind of maybe minor, but I mean, that's not the new, I guess. I have to get used to this. That we usually complain about minor things.
That's true.
Not
That's
always.
true. Rarely do we talk about like the big issues that we're facing as a society, unless you're a friend of the show, Wootenator, who really I think, dropped the Bummer Patrol to end all Bummer Patrols, where he talked about the inevitable slow heat death of the universe, which
Thanks, Woot.
I still think about every day.
About the Wootinator, about the podcast, or about entropy?
Yeah, all of them.
Oh, no. According to Copilot, Jimmie J.J. Walker has not exploded.
Okay, and he's alive, too.
Yeah, yes, I think so. According to this one, at least.
Okay, good.
It made sure to tell me that he has maintained a successful comedy career, spanning nearly 4 decades with 2 citations. And then, so no explosions and unfortunate incidents, just a talented comedian still making people laugh. Smile emoji,
good.
sun emoji.
Good for him. Good for him. I'm glad that the AI overlord is helping us in this way, and that you're using it for good. Unlike me, who eventually we're gonna have like a bigger AI conversation, but my limited interaction with it has been like asking it things like, "What podcast would Frasier listen to?" And it's like The Daily. I'm like, yeah, we would listen to The Daily. Thank you, AI. I appreciate that.
That's a good use still to me. We could have a big talk about AI because we have one-on-one before, but we haven't forced other people to hear our opinions on it.
Yeah. Well, I think honestly that does seem like an inevitable future segment of this podcast.
Oh no, our tech segment on the episode 2 weeks from now, where it is.
Let's stop calling our shots like this. This is really paying ourselves into a corner.
It's a Sweeney Todd themed episode.
Oh my god. Okay. I guess I'll have to rewatch that to prepare.
We can just do Sondheim generally if you want to include like Into the Woods or his murder mystery parties he used to hold.
What? Well,
yeah, okay.
We'll have to get into this more.
That'll be a story for 2 weeks from now.
Oh, let me think if I can just draft onto like a micro Bummer Patrol. I did ask the AI overlord what podcast Joey Tribbiani would listen to. Turns out, big Joe Rogan guy. So there you go.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I take that as a fact now.
That's
honestly,
how you should treat all AI.
And honestly, I read it. I'm like, yeah, I can see it. Sure.
Yeah. I haven't really listened to enough of Joe Rogan to know. The main thing I know is that he makes people eat bugs.
I mean, I can see Joey from Friends eating bugs. I think that might be like a season 9 episode.
It probably is. But yeah, no, there are good uses for AI. The small thing I'm saying. I think there are good and bad uses, but yours is a perfectly good one. And mine is fine because it's just fun. I'm not like using this to write an article for a paper or something.
Yeah, no. The good use is asking it to generate an episode of Cheers where Coach's ghost visits the bar. That's a perfectly good reason to use AI.
That's way better. Is that going to be one of their Halloween episodes?
Sure. Longtime listeners of the program might remember my pitch for a series of supernatural themed Cheers episodes.
Where Sam and Dean Winchester show up.
Yeah, sure. We can do crossover stuff. Cliff finds a monkey's paw. That's going to be a good one.
Ooh.
Coach's ghost comes back on the anniversary of his death.
Were the Halloween ones the one where the other bar was in, or was that just the thing that happened a lot?
Oh, you're thinking about the Bar Wars episodes. Those were not Halloween themed.
Oh, okay. I was mixing those. It's been a while since I watched those. Anyway, Bummer Patrol. Yes. Pizza. You know about pizza, right?
Oh yeah, love it. Big fan. That's your Bummer Patrol's pizza, Ben? That's
no.
Okay.
No, I'm pretty sure that's been my happy hour at some point. In fact, I'm gonna have to check the HappyCast Bible now to see if we ever talked about pizza before. It looks like number 3, we did a You Don't Know Ben about my favorite pizza topping, and it wasn't nothing. And Epedition, I have to keep consistent. Epedition 6, Vastly Varying Valiant Vigilantes. That one's hard to say. My happy hour was pepperoni pizza.
Okay.
So I'm bringing the facts.
I mean, I'm glad that you could fact check live. I'm going to ask my AI assistant what my Bummer Patrol was for episode 87.
Oh, I'm curious what it says.
No, it doesn't. It says it does not know what HappyCast with Ben and Brian is. It seems to think that we are a fictional podcast.
A fictional... What?
Yeah, no. Sorry, Ben. This is our unscheduled series finale in which we find out that we're actually fictional characters. It's like It's like the very end of Saint Elsewhere where we're in the snow globe, or I don't know. There's like a Twilight Zone called Five Characters in Search of an Exit, where everyone
I've
just
heard
ends
of
up
that.
being action figure. Right? Does that sound real?
I don't know it well enough, other than I think Futurama or something parodied that episode title. It feels like
Oh,
something did.
well, I believe the episode title itself may in fact be a riff on a pre-existing play.
Whoa,
I could be wrong though.
whoa. Well, we're learning a lot here today.
Oof, this is not our educational segment. That's going to be later.
Oh yeah, special education with listener Ann.
Yes, I'm excited. I have not heard the segment yet, so I can't wait to get there. So let's do bumper patrols. What's got you feeling down, Ben?
Yeah, that was just a little teaser. It's like a segment within a segment, like a container clue in a cryptic crossword. My bumper patrol has to do with pizza.
Okay.
Have you heard of this hut where they sell pizzas and bring them to you?
Yes. I'm aware of this Pizza Hut.
Oh, okay, good. That's an important thing to know here. Did you know that at least our local one, you probably don't know that, but maybe it's elsewhere. Ours now uses DoorDash for their delivery.
Oh, I did not know that, but I believe that my local Papa John's franchise does the same thing. I think that's not uncommon.
Do not like it.
Yeah, no, neither do I.
No, I would mind it less if they at least had a pizza warming bag to carry it in, like the delivery drivers usually do,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't. And when there's a problem with the order, and you tell the person, a normal delivery person, at least in our experience here, would be like, "Oh no, I'm so sorry. Let me look at the receipt. I'll go get it. I'll be right back. I'm so sorry." You tell the DoorDash one, they're like, "Oh, not my problem," and then
Yeah,
they just
yeah.
leave.
No, they're like, I got like 10 more of these to do.
Yeah, or and I have watched the little tracker car. Sometimes our food will this problem I know happens with DoorDash itself, where you have to pay extra to get it like immediately to you sometimes, or else you might be like the fourth or fifth meal in the car, and it will eventually get to you.
Mm-hmm.
Which fine, whatever if you're ordering from DoorDash. But if I'm ordering from Pizza Hut, I kind of expect it to come directly from Pizza Hut to me,
Sure, that makes sense.
and not other random pit stops on the way, unless it's other pizza going to a place that's on the way to me.
And I don't know if Pizza Hut is transparent about this, but with Papa John's, they did not tell me up front. I didn't figure it out until after the fact. Like, oh, you guys are outsourcing to DoorDash now.
Yeah, we had no idea.
At the very least, they should probably communicate that to the customer.
Yeah, you'd think so. Because is my tip going to the DoorDasher now?
Yeah, that's true. And then, well, are you tipping cash, or are you tapping in or tipping an app?
Usually just in the app thing because we don't have a lot of cash on us.
That's true. Nobody does. I try to get some cash strictly for tipping. That way, I know that the person I hand it to is getting that money, because I'm also suspicious how these electronic tips are being divvied up.
Yeah, though there's that. That's a good thing to be suspicious of. But also, I am regretting it sometimes. I'm like, oh, I tipped you pretty well because like your drivers have been reliably good. But now I'm giving this money to a person who has been sucking the last several times, but I don't know in advance they're gonna suck.
Mm. Oh yeah. Also, yeah. So also, I guess like a sub bummer patrol within your bummer patrol is like tipping in advance seems like a not ideal situation.
I think the only time, or like the kind of times that would make more sense, is if it's like, I mean, I've never done this because I haven't been to a fancy enough hotel. But if you have like a regular person who comes to you over and over to help you with stuff,
Right.
like a bellhop who you're going to keep seeing, or like the room service person you're going to keep seeing, you can go ahead and tip them now because that's going to, continual good service.
Yeah, I get that.
But not like a random person I don't know who's driving a car with political statements on their windshield and rear windshield, and
Oh,
with a car wrap that has certain political figures on it.
Yeah, I need to hear more details about this off mic because
No.
you're talking about something amazing. I saw talking about car wraps to hijack your segment. I saw somebody driving around with a car wrap with a vinyl decal advertising their podcast, which I won't give free advertisement to here on this podcast because they got their own word of mouth thing going out there. But I was really admiring the extra effort. Like, oh well, you paid for this. I looked their podcast up. It doesn't seem like it has that big of a following. It's like, all right, you're trying to get the word of mouth out there, I guess. Like driving through the streets, advertising your podcast. So what I'm saying, Ben, is that we should put a vinyl HappyCast decal on your new car. Are you okay with this?
I was going to say, was it me from the future? Is that what you saw? You looked at our podcast? No, not that many listeners.
No. This guy was called the Mailman. So,
LE or IL?
IL.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So, but yeah,
you know what? You know what was full of car wraps? Pimp My Ride.
That's true. A lot of car wraps on there. That's a good point.
True.
So what's a controversial take that you would put on the back of your car on a bumper sticker, Ben? I would have one that says The Last Jedi is not canon.
Oh, Brian. I don't know. Most people wouldn't care about mine. It's probably just about the Lost ending being good.
About it being good? Ending of Lost was good.
Oh, can I briefly talk about a new car just real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. A year or two ago, we got a new car. Because I mentioned briefly we had the 99 forever. In 2023, we got a 2023 Toyota Corolla hybrid. It's really cool. We like it because we mostly drive in the city anyway, so that's perfect. Town, whatever. I'll get into another bumper troll. The time that it was in an accident within a month of us getting it.
No.
Maybe Megan should be on for that one because she was there more than I was.
You probably had literally like 30 miles on it at this point, right?
Yeah, we hadn't even done our first payment yet on it officially. But that'll be for then. Oh yeah, but we got a vanity plate for it. And what we wanted was something to represent our interests. And we both play D&D a lot. We play it with a couple of our friends and we play it with several of our friends, but at a friend couple's house. And we want it to be based on that. And there's a very common or popular creature in the game called a beholder. It's like a big floating meatball man. Not he doesn't look like a meatball, but he's just a big ball of flesh. He has a single eye, like a big one in the middle of his head. He has a giant mouth, very jagged teeth. And he has 10 tentacles coming off of his head. And each of those has an eye on it too. And it can like shoot beams and do all sorts of crazy things with those things. It's a weird monster. But that was too long for our vanity plate. So we put BHOLDR.
Beholder. That works. The
Or it
back
could just
checks
like
out.
go bee holder. But I realized later it could also look like beehole doctor.
Yeah, that's true. So, what do you think the ratio is of people that see Beholder versus Behold Doctor?
Well, I think people who don't know D&D wouldn't know why it said beholder unless they're like, oh, they must be vain and think that they're beautiful.
Yeah, good point.
But also, Megan works around medical stuff. Like she worked at a hospital for a few years, or like 10 years, or so, I think. And now she works at a different medical place, doing a lot of like admin stuff, administrative, making sure people get healthy and all that.
So you think that people might think that she's the Behold Doctor?
She might be the new Fox show after the Good Doctor.
Sure. Jeff Foxworthy is the Behold Doctor this fall on ABC.
Check it out.
Okay? So we're talking about like proctologist, right? Is that the actual word that we're looking for?
I assume it could just be like Dr. House.
No, I mean like the actual term. If we're just gonna keep saying Behold Doctor, they would think that she's like a proctologist. Is that the correct term?
No. I'm pretty sure beehole doctor is like the official medical term.
That's the medical term. Okay.
Yeah, it's like Greek, I think.
Oh, right. It does also seem like
Beta hole doctor, I guess.
it seems vaguely reminiscent of a Seinfeld plot. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
I
About a vanity
watched
plate?
all of it.
Oh.
I watched all of it, but I don't remember.
Oh, it's it's about a proctologist with a vanity plate. So
Really?
yeah. It's a pretty good episode. I believe it's the episode called "The Facility Jerry." So check that out if you want to.
I'll have
see
to.
that
Is that the one where it says a new start?
No, you're thinking about a season 4 episode of Arrested Development.
Ah, well that's mine though. Not beehole doctors. It's DoorDash doing Pizza Hut deliveries without me knowing that that's what they're doing.
Yeah,
I think I looked it up once and it said like they only do that when they have to supplement, but they seem to always be supplementing. But also when you call, there's a different issue because they keep saying like, "Oh, we're now hiring drivers." I'm like, "No, you're not."
right. We're outsourcing to DoorDash. I co-signed that Bummer Patrol, and I think that our app-driven gig economy is a bigger issue that I don't feel equipped to tackle on this podcast, but it is a bummer. So
maybe in our tech segment 2 weeks from now.
Stop doing that. So my Bummer Patrol, it ties into my happy hour. It'll be quick and to the point. Longtime listeners of the podcast will recall 30 minutes ago where I talked about installing an oven door. And it's great. And the oven works wonders now, as it originally should. The Bummer Patrol part of it is that due to, let's call, my negligence and maybe using a tool a way that is not designed to, I did slash the palm of my hand. So that's kind of a bummer. I don't love that I did that, but it's worth it not having to pay somebody to put that door on for me. So I enjoy that.
Is that where your gush anecdote came from?
I was thinking about that when you were talking about gushing. I'm like, yeah. I mean, it's not very deep. It's pretty superficial, but there was blood, and that's bandaged up, and it'll be fine now. I think a few days, and keeping it clean, it'll be fine. But just be careful with the way you use tools. That's my public service announcement here.
Is There Was Blood the prequel to There Will Be Blood?
It's the sequel, right? There Will Be Blood, and then There Was Blood would take place afterward.
Oh, I forgot how tenses work.
See, I'm kind of brushed up on tenses because of all the crosswords I've been doing. So I'm really keyed into tenses.
Oh, I haven't had to worry about it too much. It still comes up on the cryptics, but this is part unrelated. But I just said I think something I forgot I meant to mention earlier. Did I tell you that I tried to make a few crosswords a few years ago?
Yeah, I don't know if we talked about it on the show, but I do remember talking to you about your adventures in crossword making.
I'll talk more about them another time, but I made one that was a cryptid crossword, where the crosswords tend to have like 4-ish big theme answers that are related, and they were all different cryptids.
Oh, that's good.
I thought so.
Can we?
Will Shortz's other editor didn't.
Oh no!
Don't call him out publicly.
Can we make a HappyCast themed cryptid crossword to put on the Facebook page, Ben? If I do that, it seems like a lot of work.
That's pretty easy. I already have it mostly done. Although it wouldn't be HappyCast related. It would just be cryptid related.
I don't know. It's got to be HappyCast themed.
I could maybe do that. A word search is a lot easier.
Oh, sure is. I could make a word search.
The crossword took me a while, but I can do that sometime.
It does seem very time intensive.
So what tool were you using versus what you should have been using?
I was using a flathead screwdriver, and I think I was using it in a valid way. I just should have been more careful with it.
So you think they should teach some sort of tool safety class in some kind of online course?
I mean, wouldn't be a bad idea. I would call this a one-off kind of like a fluke. It's bound to happen from time to time. I've used tools before and haven't injured myself. So, I got this one out of the way. So statistically, it probably won't happen again.
No, that's how statistics works.
Yeah. If you do something, then it's less likely to happen again, right?
So go ahead and do it first.
Just get it out of the way, and then it's not going to happen again.
Yeah, do the most dangerous thing immediately, just so you're covered for a while.
Yeah. It's like double jeopardy, right?
Pew 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 pew.
Okay, that's it. We're done.
Are you breaking up the podcast?
This podcast isn't working for me anymore, Ben.
Just because of the double jeopardy sound?
It was too much. It was, I've been feeling this way for a while.
No, what if I get the new today to put in her version of the double jeopardy sound?
Oh, maybe. You know what? I think that might save the podcast.
Do.
Then also, I look forward to hearing about it when the new today is a guest on this podcast 3 episodes from now.
Not next week on the cowboy one?
Oh, should she be on the cowboy one?
She has been before, I think.
Next episode, not week, Ben.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I'm pretty sure she was on our old. Wait, did we have an Old West episode before?
Oh, right. She was the pun slinger, right?
I think that might have just been the intro. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. We've done a lot of dumb stuff. It's a dumb podcast. I love it.
It's amazing.
So Bumper Patrol's over. So let's move on to our next segment. I'm looking at my notes here, and looks like it's going to be a round of You Don't Know Ben. Okay, so if you listened to last episode, you heard Who's the Brian, in which Ben asked me 5 questions, a rapid fire to learn more about me as a host of this podcast. So this is the other side of that coin where I return the favor and I have 5 questions for Ben. Ben, are you ready?
I will be in one 15-second gap. I must first tell you, our Old West episode was Epedition 48, Body Slam Me.
Okay. Yeah, she was on that one, right?
Yeah, the new today was on that one. She was happy about pop vinyls and bummed about smelling.
Smelling?
That's what I have written down.
Okay.
I think maybe her nose might have been stuffed. I don't know for sure.
So, being unable to smell.
Maybe. Well, someone listen to that one and let me know, because I don't have time. Yeah, other than that, I am ready to answer 5 questions. You'll have to set the timer first, though.
Okay, I'm winding it up. The questions start in 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. We're going to fast forward to
11,
3, 2, 1. And go. Ben, what is your social security number?
481-516-2342.
Question 2. Ben, what is your mother's maiden name?
Books.
Ben, question 3. What's the name of the street you grew up on?
Which time? We moved several times.
I don't know. How would you answer this question if you were, I don't know, filling out a security question for your bank?
62nd Street.
Okay, great. Question 4. Name of your childhood pet.
Which one?
The dog.
I didn't have a lot of dogs.
Your favorite childhood pet.
I know as a kid I had 2 fish named Fred and George.
Okay, all right. And question 5 is, what is the name of the best book you ever read?
Oh no. I'm thinking not Ready Player One.
Oh yeah. Well, listen to episode 28 where we trashed Ready Player One.
Needful Things.
Yeah, Needful Things. Sure. Oh, just in time. Wow, Ben. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I got the information I wanted from this segment.
Really?
Well, I don't know.
But you got to know me better. Isn't that what you wanted?
Well, I mean, I'm just inputting this information into this electronic field, and it's just not. I'm just not getting the results I need.
Oh no. What can I do to help you?
Why? Well, I don't know. We'll try again another time. So I kind of feel like it was a bust. I guess we could do another. We could do another one. We could do it. We could do a redo if you're up for it. I do have a second set of questions.
I guess. Before we start that one, we talked about Ready Player One on Epedition 66. Who squatches the Squatchman?
Oh, the one in which Bigfoot was a guest. Great, I love it.
Yep. Which
weird.
No, wait. It's the one before we have Bigfoot on.
Oh, sorry. That's the one where we were just kind of like laying the tracks for it. We were doing the groundwork.
Yeah, we were looking for Bigfoot, and then Bigfoot is on later. And I remember at first, Ready Player One, I was kind of like medium to okay on, and I got progressively more annoyed at it the more I described it.
Yeah, I feel like I feel bad. I feel like I kind of beat you down on that one.
No, it's true. Not know what you said, but about it.
Okay, so I do have my 5 backup questions here. So let me set the timer once again.
All right.
And
20.
I think we'll start with 5 this time. Here we go.
Oh.
5, 4, 3, 2, and we don't
do
say
1.
Ah.
I was ready for you.
If you could live in a video game world for one day, which video game would you pick and why?
Oh, Lord. I gotta answer fast. For one day, you said?
For a day, a full 24-hour period.
Arcade Paradise.
Is that a game?
It
okay,
is.
Sorry, we'll talk about it later. If you could go back in time and give advice to your younger self, but only through the use of a song lyric, what would it be?
Dare to be stupid.
Question 3. If you could master any bizarre skill, like extreme ironing or competitive beating, what would it be and why?
These are really complicated questions to answer fast.
I'll make the next one easier.
Podcasting.
What's your favorite number?
That's hard too. 42.
And question 5. What is the weirdest dream you've ever had? And what do you think it meant?
Well, you say dream or drink?
Dream. What's the weirdest dream you've ever had? And what do you think it meant?
What my drink would have meant.
What do you think that drink meant? It meant
man.
you were thirsty.
Is it like a nighttime dream or just like a dream for the future?
It's open to interpretation.
I don't remember my dreams well enough. So I'm going to dream nothingness.
Bonus question. If we were visited by aliens tomorrow and you had to pick one movie to show them that sums up the entirety of the human experience, what movie would you pick?
UHF.
Okay. Oh, man. Just as the timer went off. That is crazy.
Oh, man, we are good with that timer.
It always works out that way. It's weird, huh?
Whew.
So question 1 was, if you had to live in a video game world for a day, what would it be? And you picked Arcade Paradise?
Yes.
Okay.
That is a game I've been playing pretty recently. It is a game about an arcade. Well, really, you are like 19 years old, and your dad, he's rich or a businessman somewhere or something. And he's like, oh, well, you're old enough. Here, work at our family laundromat. And you have to take in the laundry, put it in the dryer or the washer, wait for the timer to go down, put it in the dryer, wait for it to go down, and then deliver it. But during all of that, you find out you have like 3 or 4 arcade machines in the back room, and for people to like play while they're waiting for their clothes to wash or dry. And so you can play those little arcade games in the game, because the more you play them and the more like little goals that you complete on those games, the more popular they get. So they'll start earning more money. And then you can start increasing the size of the arcade portion of the business compared to the laundromat version. And you can buy a bunch of new arcade games to put in and for you to play and for like the customers to play. And you have to think a little bit about like the popularity of machines. If you put a popular one next to a less popular one, it'll help boost the popularity of the less popular one too.
Mm-hmm.
And there are like 43 different little arcade games to play. Eventually, your entire business becomes all arcade, and you're having to deal with like fixing broken down machines, unclogging the toilet sometimes, cleaning up the trash and the gum stuck on stuff, but also trying to get done all of your arcade tasks for the day.
Okay. So it's like a management sim. I'll put it in terms that I understand. So it sounds like a roller coaster tycoon game in which you're turning your family laundromat into an arcade.
A little bit, but the management thing is there, but that's really only there so you can get more money or upgrades to play on the machines more.
Mm-hmm.
Because the real fun is actually getting. I mean, I like being able to. You can design where you have a lot of your arcade cabinets, so you can kind of like you have a space that looks very 90s. Oh, it takes place in the 90s. It's a very 90s arcade carpet and lighting and everything, and you can move around the arcade cabinets in like different, locations and areas to what you think looks the best. It's a first-person game.
Okay.
But then getting to play all of the games, I think, is really cool because some of them are like full arcadey, like stuff like Asteroids type things or Defender. I think they have some games that are like that, but they have some games that seem arcadey but actually have progressive upgrades. So there's like a top-down space shooter, but you can get permanent upgrades for the ship, which you kind of have to do because for most of the game, you're having to juggle doing the laundry quickly so you can make a lot of money from it. If you wait and like leave the laundry like in the washer or dryer too long, you'll get a worse grade on it and get less money, which means fewer arcade games you're buying. So a lot of the games you have to like, it's almost like a slightly bigger version of WarioWare's micro games, but smaller than Mario Party's mini games. You like jump into like a match 3 fruit game, but then you're like, oh no, the dryer's done, and you have to run and go to get the dryer. You're like, oh well, I better go play this Pac-Man GTA mashup.
All right, I'm intrigued. Where can you play this game? What platforms is it available on?
I think if you are a VR person, I think it recently came out on Quest. I don't know enough about VR to know, but it's on Xbox, Steam, Switch. It's on everything. Okay. Normal.
That sounds cool. I'll check that out.
You should. It's really fun. I very recommend it.
Check it out.
Question 2 was about if you could go back in time and give yourself advice, but only through the use of the song lyric, you would go with "Dare to be stupid." Yes,
because see, I'd have to couch that one in a lot that young me maybe wouldn't understand. But it's okay to be stupid sometimes. I'm not saying don't learn things or be like willfully ignorant kind of stupid. But do silly, goofy things like host a podcast with a bunch of characters on it.
Sure. I mean, I do. I think that this podcast is joyfully stupid at times, so I can appreciate what you're saying.
Yeah, there's definitely a difference between good stupid and bad stupid. Fear factor is bad stupid.
Indeed.
Yeah, I would not advise myself to eat bugs.
So question 3 was, if you could master a bizarre skill, what would it be? And you said podcasting?
Isn't that a bizarre skill?
I guess so. I could see it. It's not, I mean, it's more common now. I think everyone has a podcast now. It's, I think you're assigned a podcast at birth. My 1-year-old son has a podcast in which he reviews old episodes of The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, does he do it with one of the stars of The Big Bang Theory?
It's actually it's a prequel series. He's hosting with this other baby who actually got cast to play youngest Sheldon in Big Bang Babies. So that's coming out.
Wow. Can we hear a clip?
Yeah, I brought a clip. Here we go.
Goo goo zinga.
Man, man, I don't know about you, but I can't wait to check that out this fall.
Oh, I know that. I don't even know which character that was. I don't know enough about the original show. Will I have to?
I know, no, it stands on its own. It's like Muppet Babies. You didn't have to watch The Great Muppet Caper to watch Muppet Babies.
You do, I think. You're going to really miss some important context.
I mean, sure, you're not going to get like all the Easter eggs and the mythology of the Muppets, but you can enjoy it on another level, on a base level.
I guess if like the boring level.
Next question, I asked you your favorite number, and I don't. Did you give me an answer to that? Did you think it was too hard?
I said 42.
Oh, sure. Hitchhiker's Guide, right?
But it might be 815.
Oh, 815 is good too.
But I said 42, so I'll go with that one. I just didn't know if that'd be too generic because of Hitchhiker's Guide, which I've never read.
It doubles. It's also a lost number though, so you're pulling double duty on that one.
Oh, duty's right. But it comes more from the lost half. That's where I thought of first before I realized that, oh, yeah, this is like a typical number that will be chosen by a nerdy person.
Typical nerd number. Some people, the lost numbers, they might incorporate those numbers into, I don't know, like banking passwords. Is that something that you would think about doing?
I mean, there are just so many lost numbers. Would it be 4 or 8?
8?
316?
Oh, sorry. It's actually I had one more question lined up. Is if you had to use a lost number in your password, which one would you use?
316.
Oh, like the Ajira flight that brought the Oceanic 6 back to the island in season 6. Yes.
Yeah.
So
yes.
5, 6. When did that happen?
Or 6316.
Okay. All right. Good. I'm writing this down, and okay, great.
Yeah. I hope that's helpful.
And there was one more question in which I asked you. I can't remember it was about the weirdest dream you ever had, and then you said nothing.
Nothingness. I mean, I didn't say nothing. I said nothing.
Oh, okay. Nothingness.
I don't remember most of mine.
I might have talked about it before. I did have what I'm sure is not uncommon, but I had a series of dreams one time, which led to me waking up and being like, oh, thank goodness I'm awake. And then at a certain point, going about my day and then realizing I'm still dreaming and waking up again. And that happened maybe like 8 times.
Oh, in a row or separate?
Oh, in a row, just like back to back to back. And I was like on a different location. And I would wake up and I'm on like a cruise ship now. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so glad to be out of that dream. I get out and I'm walking on, on the deck. And I'm like, oh, wait, why am I on a cruise ship? I'm still dreaming. And I wake up again.
So, you weren't like in a Black Mirror episode?
I might have been living a Black Mirror episode, but the really unsettling part was like finally actually waking up and then for like 10 minutes being really uneasy. Like this, I feel like I'm awake, but I don't know. I need to find my totem. I need like my Inception top to know if I'm really dreaming or not. So, yeah, that was the weirdest dream I've ever had.
I misheard, and I thought you meant like you needed your pet dog to help you through the dream you were having.
Oh, sure. I mean, yeah, Tabor could have helped me get through the dream a lot, I think.
Well, I thought because I mean that Wizard of Oz is a kind of a dream, right?
There's a dream-like quality to it, sure. I mean,
well, she wakes up.
Sure. And all the people were there. You were there, and so were you.
Yeah, but she had to find her Toto to help her out through her adventures there.
Yeah, she missed the rains down in Africa, like Toto.
Yep, Toto has never been to Africa.
Exactly. We both have seen this movie, know what it's about.
Which one? Wizard of
Oz?
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you meant Inception. I have not seen Inception still.
Oh, no, I know you haven't. It's good. I enjoy it, but
I keep meaning to, but it feels like a lot of work now.
At this point, I wouldn't bother. It's not going to be worth it.
See, now I'm going to because you're reverse psychologing me.
That's not my intention. Really, don't do it, man. Don't. It's not worth it.
No. All right, so I don't remember most of my dreams long term. I know I have them short term, but then dreams do. But I also know that I've had several deja vu dreams that I vividly remember telling people about like decades ago. And then I'll have a real life experience recently. I'm like, oh, this is that dream I told so-and-so back about back in Boy Scouts way back then. So I'm saying I'm psychic.
I believe it.
Just like Raven.
Oh, that's so Raven.
Dynamite.
Ben, are you familiar with Letterboxd?
I know it is a website that has something to do with movies.
Yeah, it's like a social media thing where you review movies and connect with other movie people. I have been using it just to log the things I watch and then just keep it as a personal record for myself because I've realized it's something I've done for a while, actually. I used to keep a composition notebook where I would write, if I watched a movie, I'd write the name down, I'd write the date, and then I'd make a note if I liked it or not. And then I just had pages of pages like, oh, this is the movie I watched this day. Okay, great. And then I stopped doing that, and then I started doing the thing where I would just make a Facebook post if I watched the thing, just because I wanted a record, like, oh, here's the thing I watched. And then that seemed maybe annoying to my friends, so I just started doing a letterbox and not promoting it, just doing it for myself. So thanks to that, I can tell you that I watched Inception April 12th, and I gave it 5 stars.
It's been around that long.
Oh, it's been around for many years. But my final question was, if aliens came to Earth, what movie would you show them to make them understand the entirety of the human experience? You said UHF, the Weird Al Yankovic movie.
Yes, yeah, it would tell you plenty.
Everything you know. Conan the Librarian, Gandhi.
Yeah, it parodies enough of our 80s pop culture. That's all that's really relevant, I'm pretty sure. It has a type of humor in it.
There's a humor, sure.
There is some. It gives like the TV media experience.
I was unsure when you said it, but you've won me over. I think UHF is the only choice to show the aliens.
Plus, maybe you don't have to know a lot of the language jokes to get it. So the aliens who might not speak English, it'd be fine.
Oh, right. I forgot about language being a barrier. So really, maybe show them something that could work as a silent film almost, like
Gold Rush.
Gold Rush, although you'd have to be able to read, right? It has title cards.
Then maybe, but I don't know if you need to be able to read.
I just showed them Mad Max Fury Road. I think, you mute that. You don't need the dialogue. You can follow what's going on. They're chasing these people over there and turning around and chasing them back. And then they would know about our culture, our Flamin Guitars and, all that
Flamin
stuff.
Hot Guitars.
Sure. Like a guitar covered with Cheetos.
But that's my answers, right? Did you need the ones about like my fish and stuff?
No, we'll double back and we'll work on that.
Oh, okay.
That'll be an ongoing project.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
What's next?
Well, now it's time for listener feedback.
Mail time. Hey, you know what that means? Mail time.
Welcome. You've got mail. Goodbye.
Okay, if you want to listen to the show, you have. Thank you so much for listening. But I mean to say, if you would like to contact the show, our email address is happycastfeedback@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you, share your own happy hours of bumper patrols, or if, anything you want to talk, we're here for you. Or you could type it out or send a voice memo. Ben, do we have any feedback this week?
We have 2 feedbacks. The first is from the Mrs. Panther herself, who helped out with that little intro on the start of our last episode edition. And here is her feedback.
Hey, Ben and Brian. Hope you've had a good week so far. I just wanted to, I forgot to say, this is Mrs. Panther. And I just wanted to say that my happy hour this week would have to be this candy that I discovered at Walgreens called, I have to look at the packaging because I always forget what it's called. It's called Wily Wallaby, soft and chewy, classic red, natural strawberry flavored licorice. They're very good. They're strawberry flavored is like the default. Well, I guess technically the default is licorice, but gross. Ugh. But this is classic red strawberry. And they also have watermelon, which I discovered. And those are also very amazing. They're not too sweet. They're the perfect, what I like to call palate cleanser. If you just need something to like get a certain taste out of your mouth after eating a meal with lots of flavor. You just need like a mellow taste. Recommend. My bummer patrol would have to be the fact that Selena, our cat, likes to wake me up super early in the morning by like pawing at my face, trying to get under the blankets because she gets cold in the morning. And I may or may not have taught her that. So, yeah, I mean, it's really cute because I love to cuddle with her, but at the same time, I'm half asleep. So it's like, I need to sleep a little longer. Please don't bother me. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Stay happy.
Thank you, Mrs. Panther, for the feedback. I've seen these licorice in the stores before, and I considered buying them, and now, because of your endorsement, I shall try them. I think I also saw like a black licorice flavor, which I'll stay away from, but the strawberry sounds pretty good.
We have also stayed away from the black licorice one, but we've recently found the watermelon one, and that one's really good.
All right. Yeah, so maybe the next time I'm going to the cinema to catch a picture, I'll get some. It's Australian licorice. Is this correct?
They pretend to be Australian, but I think it's American.
But it's not. Is it manufactured here in the good old US of A?
I can't remember. We did look at it once. Mrs. Panther, write in and let us know where they're from, because I cannot reach the bag right now.
Okay. Whew. I'm looking forward to this follow-up.
Next week on the Western episode.
The Western episode.
Next time.
Next episode.
Edition.
So we need to get better at this. Bummer Patrol, I can relate. I've also been awakened early in the morning because my pet wants to get under a blanket. So I have been there. But yes, they're very, they're cute, so we forgive them.
Did you teach your pet that?
I don't think I taught her that, but I do keep the house rather cold, so I feel bad that it gets cool in the morning. She wants to get under a blanket. She has her own blanket in her dog bed, but maybe it's not warm enough. Maybe I need to give her an upgrade, or I don't know, put one of those little dog sweaters on her. Who knows?
Ooh. Yeah, Megan was trying to teach our cat Selena to try to cuddle with us and get under a blanket, and so Megan kept trying to get her to do it, and that is what the problem is, because now Selena knows to try to beg for that.
Well, hopefully she doesn't have a lot of trouble going back to sleep after being awakened, because as a father of a young child, I have learned how to go back to sleep very quickly now. It used to be a problem, but now I'll wake up, I'll change a diaper, get a bottle, do what I need to do, and then as soon as he's good, I'm out like a light.
Ooh, you're a super dad.
You got to get to sleep where you can.
I mean, especially when he's number 3 on your list.
I think he was number 1. I'm pretty sure I was very clear about that.
I thought you said it went by seniority, so it was Cat, Dog, Baby.
No. Cat, Dog, Baby is also the Cat, Dog prequel series coming this fall to Nick Jr.
It's not Cat, Baby, Dog, Baby? It's Cat, Dog, Baby?
Cat, Dog, Baby.
I will watch that. 3 weeks or 3 episodes from now. Expeditions.
I think I brought a clip. Let's listen to it now.
All right.
I'm sure I'm a baby dog.
What about the cat? What's going to happen next?
You have to be the cat.
Oh, but we're attached at the butt, aren't we?
No, we don't have a butt.
Or I'm confused.
It's not like a cat dog. One end's a cat, one end's a dog. It's not like a human centipede.
Well, a human centipede, they weren't attached butt to butt.
But there is no butt. They just have a torso that's connected.
I thought there's one of them. Never mind.
Sorry, Ben. I just got a note from the network. Cat Dog Baby has been canceled preemptively, so don't worry about Cat Dog Baby.
Oh, cancel culture strikes again.
Another one follows the cancel culture. All right, what's our other feedback?
The other one is from listener Anne with our special education segment.
And I'm sending you a voicemail because you can't make me use Skype. You just can't. It's not going to happen. But my name was invoked. I sprang into action, and I'm here with an answer for you. So you were asking whether a jungle and a rainforest were the same thing. And one is one and the other isn't necessarily the other. So the jungle is a rainforest, but it's a rainforest in the tropics. And there are also temperate rainforests, like in Washington State, and I think like lower parts of Alaska and probably some in Canada and stuff like that. That forests that qualify as rainforests that are not jungles. So there you go. I knew this information. And then you gave us the challenge to answer the things. So what color food would I have? Whatever color you want to call steak. So is it red? Is it brown because it's cooked? Is this a technicality? I don't know. But if I could only eat one thing for the rest of my life, it would be steak colored things. Because I would not want to give up steak. It is amazing. The weirdest thing I've ever had in my mouth, I don't remember because it was probably traumatic, and I'm guessing it probably had to do with raising my children. Oh, I know. It would be the time when I was talking to my daughter, and she turned and looked at me directly and coughed directly into my mouth. So whatever resulted passed from her mouth directly into my mouth in that moment. That was the weirdest thing that's ever been in my mouth. If I had to replace grass everywhere in the world with something else, I would replace it with sea pinks, which are this lovely little flower that grows in northern climates, rocky climates. They're little green leafy plants, and they have pink flowers that poke up above them, and they're so pretty. And they're called sea pinks, and I think the whole world should be covered in sea pinks. And what holiday would I declare? And I would say that June 1st would be a international holiday where everybody gets to take the day off and give gifts and enjoy themselves because it's my birthday, and also because Ben's birthday is the day after, and I want everyone to be like so partied out on June 1st because it's the superior birthday that when Ben's birthday rolls around, they're just like, oh yeah, and here's, I guess we forgot your birthday again because we were so busy celebrating Anne's birthday that here's like a Subway token. Enjoy. You don't mind, right? Because like we all had a good celebration the day before. So that would be the holiday I would create because I'm kind of mean sometimes. And then what would you steal and why? I would probably steal a flock of Wisant sheep because they are tiny. They're such tiny little sheep, and they're so cute. And they're like little shrunken sheep, and I would have enough room to keep them. And like people would be so baffled by the fact that their sheep disappeared. They'd just be like, well, who would steal sheep? I guess we just have to like go get more. And then I would have a little flock of sheep, and my husband wouldn't be like, oh, this is so expensive, because I just would have the sheep. It wouldn't have cost us anything, and they're small enough they can just eat what's available to them. So that's my thing. And then I wanted to just say that my favorite segment is the segment where you guys talk about what segments you have and what segments you wish you had and what some potential segments might be. And this is just keeping going. You guys have been gone for 4 years, so there's a lot. So you talked about hiring a social media manager who's younger and new things, and I have done that this year. I don't know if you guys have heard, but jobs for young people are very scarce. And so my wonderful youngest daughter could not find work for the summer. And I was like, man, I need an assistant. So I hired her to do like general assisting and then also to manage my social media. And I told her if she could get my Instagram account to 10,000 followers by the end of the summer, I would do like, I'd give her a bonus. And she's decided that the best way to do that is to create reels, cat reels that are themed around knitting and stitchery and stuff, which is the niche that I work in. And it's, you know what? 19-year-olds have interesting ideas. If you want to see the sort of things that she's been creating for me, my Instagram account is I Thought I Knew How. And I think they're really funny, but I don't know if they're going to work to get additional followers. And I need additional followers because I know Ben has said he finished his schooling. I've actually gone back to schooling and I'm studying creative event management now. So I'm doing a master's degree in that. So that's my big change over the last 4 years. And, you got to have a big following if you're going to sell events to people. So I'm looking to boost that. And during that 4 year time that you guys have been gone too, I also was hosting knitting tours to Shetland, and which is an island off the coast of Scotland that I've absolutely fallen in love with. And yeah, that's been my happy thing has been discovering the happy place of Shetland and how much I love it there. My bummer patrol, I think, would be listening to the episode and hearing Ben. Why is everything Ben focused? This is really weird. And I swear I'm not stalking Ben and Megan should not come beat me up. But the moment when Ben realized that he took German 17 years ago and you could hear his entry into the old person club. And that gave me a little bit of bummerness on Ben's behalf. And yeah, because that's a hard realization. But once you've realized it, it gets easier. And Brian, I hope that you're doing well with everything. I'm excited for you and your little boy and future stories and stuff. And that's all I have to say. Okay, listener Ann out.
Oof. Wow. Thank you, listener Ann, for the voicemail. A lot to cover, a lot of bases to cover. So we'll start out the difference between a rainforest and a jungle. It sounds like a rectangle square situation where all rectangles are squares, but squares aren't rectangles, right?
Well, no, all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares.
Oh, did I flip that? Okay.
Yeah, because I don't want to get into the specifics of squares.
Sure, no, yeah. I mean, well, we'll save it for our future square segment.
For editions from now.
Yeah, called Hip to Be Square.
Don't we have one called that? I feel like I have that song downloaded in my HappyCast folder.
It's very likely. Very, very likely.
The main thing I took away is that a rainforest is a forest where it rains.
Mm-hmm. A jungle
might be incorrect.
A jungle is the place that Guns N' Roses welcomes you to. They don't welcome you to the rainforest.
No, not at all. You are not welcome in rainforests.
The rainforest does not want you. Thank you.
and you know, I'm glad listener Ann did know that information, and we called it.
Yeah, that's good. That's fun. I think we call upon a lot of people to tell us a lot of things, and we rarely hear from them. So that was actually very exciting.
It was. Actually, new HappyCast challenge. Everyone make a voice memo and send it to happycastfeedback@gmail.com. Or if you can't find that, just message me somewhere and we'll figure it out. I want to know what you were up to over the last 4 years.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we should. That should be a segment where we just check in and catch up people for the last 4 years. We're living through, pardon the reference, Ben. I'm a bit of a comic book nerd, but kind of like after Avengers Infinity War, when everybody came back in Endgame, there's that gap you have to cover. So I think that's what happened. I didn't see that movie, but where were you during the blip? That's what we want to know.
No, they didn't cover a lot of that in that movie. You're thinking of Desperate Housewives again.
Right. I'm sorry. That's I should have went with the pop culture reference that people know about. That they would go for Desperate Housewives instead of Avengers. That makes
Yeah,
total
Desperate
sense.
Housewives season 3 or 4 or something.
All right, and then listener Ann also answered all the who's the Ben, who's the Brian questions. Sorry, who's the
Yeah.
Brian? So we'll go over that. Steak colored food, good call. I'd like to change my answer to steak colored food. Although,
It's too late. Yours is already in stone.
what I say, green? I think green's
Green,
good.
yeah.
I like a green apple, like a Granny Smith. They're for baking, but I just eat them like they are.
They're for baking?
I think I think not exclusively, but I think people use them a lot in baking. Maybe
I've,
I don't know. I'm not a baker.
no, I have no idea.
I don't I don't have information to back up the claims I make on this podcast, Ben.
You know what? That sounds like something listener Ann might know.
I don't think we can do this every week.
Oh.
What was question 2 on the 5?
Good
Was
question.
was it about the weirdest thing that you've had in your mouth?
Yeah.
Which unlocked a repressed memory for me, in which I also might have held my son up in the air and then had him spit up directly into my mouth. So that's the worst thing. I think that beats a mouthful of ants.
Especially if your kid was eating ants.
I don't think he was. I mean, he does try to eat everything, but I have to be vigilant and preventing him from doing it. So I don't think he had any ants.
Ooh, good. Then it was replace grass.
Oh, sure, yeah, good answer. Good answer. Better than AstroTurf, which Ben opened my eyes to how terrible that is. So, I mean, unfortunately, I'm locked in. It has to be AstroTurf, but I feel bad about it.
Yeah, you are. I'm sorry for that, but at least listener Ann does have a better answer for when it comes her time to decide the fate of the universe.
Yes. Then question 4 was about
New holiday.
a new holiday. So a bit of a correction on this one, Ben. Correct me if I'm wrong in the correction. She said that your birthday is the day after hers, but I'm pretty sure your birthday is the day before hers, as I'm looking at my calendar of Facebook birthdays so I know who to post the cake photo on the wall which day. I think you're the day before, listener Ann.
You are correct. Take that, listener Ann. Everyone will be pre-gaming on my birthday, and I'll get extra gifts because my day is the day before yours.
So, I mean, but you'll be like the Christmas Eve to her Christmas Day, you know?
I mean, Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, that's when people go to like the ceremonies and have like their little parties. So you could have the together time that can be sometimes stressful depending on who it is on the actual day. And everyone's going to have party and have fun on my day. So I think
Well,
I've won. I think I've won this time.
I do. I mean, if we're like placing a holiday on the calendar, it feels a little close to Memorial Day for my taste. I'd like to have like a little bit of a buffer, at least a month between holidays, but I'll make an exception here.
And then our 5th one is if you could steal one thing without getting caught. And she named Tiny Sheep.
Tiny sheep. Good answer. Good answer.
That is a good answer.
And then she talked about quietly a thing that I've enjoyed watching over the years via social media. I don't think we've talked about it, how listener Ann has become a knitting influencer. So she has a podcast. In fact, as that voicemail was playing for me the first time here on the show, I jumped onto Instagram so I could follow her account really quick because I just want to see her daughter get that bonus. Also, I want to see these cat videos.
Which one first?
I don't know. Let's call it a tie.
Wait, what if promoting it on this podcast is why it gets to 10,000? Does that mean we get the bonus?
I don't think so.
Can we get the bonus if we get it to 10,000?
Well, here's a live update. As of this recording, she currently has 8,884 followers.
Wow, that's pretty good.
So she's not that far off. She said the end of the summer. It seems very obtainable. I think she might hit this goal.
I think so. And I think we need a trailer to
Like,
put here.
oh, I thought you meant like a trailer, like you want to go camping or something.
Yeah, we need a trailer to go on one of those knitting tours to Shetland, because that sounds amazing.
That does sound fun.
There are
Not gonna
ponies
lie.
from there.
That's what I know them for.
What about the segment of segments she mentioned?
Is that a thing? We did that, right?
We've done it a lot, both episodes, editions, talking about
Well,
the things that we have covered.
that's true. And then she also talked about you talking about taking German 17 years ago, and I was like, oh, that was this episode. And then I had the realization that I think we just talked about like the same 5 things over and over again.
And it's usually not that I took German. The things have changed, I guess.
I suppose so. We've grown, Ben.
I mean, not a whole lot.
Yeah, we'll see.
Do
These,
you really keep growing when you're in your 30s?
yeah, I'm actually 3 inches taller than I was when I turned 30. So I just keep getting bigger. Yeah.
What are you now, like 7'2"?
Yeah, it's 7'2". I'm taller than Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, I mean, he might have been shrinking over time too, to be fair.
Well, I mean, he's older, so you keep growing until you hit
The
about
middle
like
age?
your mid, like 52, and at 52 you start shrinking again. So a lot of people think that you Benjamin Button, where you start at one side and go to the other, but it's really more of like an arc. So you hit your apex at 52, and you start shrinking again.
At the same, or at the negative rate of your growth, though, right?
Exactly.
It's like a parabolic arc, so you'll like really start shrinking near the end.
I mean, and eventually you're nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Just how you started.
That means your middle age is 52 then, which we talked about last edition.
Oh, right.
All right, so now we officially know the lore of aging and growing.
I'm glad that we were able to solve this mystery here on the show.
Also, I'm sorry if I talk too much about me. Brian, talk more about you.
No, I mean, I think we've talked equally in this episode, right? Epedition.
Epedition. I think the problem is because I go first a lot.
That's true. I don't like going first, though. I like you to kind of set the template.
Was that everything? Did we miss
That's everything. That's all the feedback. So thank you, callers, for the feedback. Callers, voice memos. Please,
Future
if
is now.
Anyone else who wants to reach out, happycastfeedback@gmail.com is that address again. And I'm looking at my watch, Ben. I can't believe it, but I think that is the end of yet another epedition.
I think it is. Should we give one more plug to Anne's daughter before we close?
For the Instagram?
Yeah.
The Instagram is I thought I knew how. I followed. Ben, did you follow?
I don't get on Instagram a lot, but I will next time I'm on Instagram. Probably when I'm editing and I hear me say this.
Oh, to be fair, I'm also not a heavy Instagram user, so I don't know if I count, but I did follow, though. So if Listener Ann wants to look at that number and subtract 1 because I don't count as an engaged user, that's fine.
Oh, yeah. Only influencers count, I think. I guess we're sort of influencers, right?
No, I don't think so.
We're podfluencers?
It still seems like a stretch.
We'll see. Maybe that'll be an episode 4 epeditions from now.
The episode with all the empty promises.
Yeah, I'm gonna take these notes when I'm editing this and make sure we have it on our little schedule.
Okay, put it in the HappyCast Bible.
Yes.
All right. Well, that does it. Another podcast in the books. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to hear you next week here on another episode of HappyCast. Until then, remember, keep
happy. What if Frasier had his own podcast?
Oh, let's see. What would it sound like for Frasier to his own podcast? Dear listener, I'm delighted to introduce to you the most refined and intellectually stimulating podcast in the land, The Frasier Crane Show. Join me, Dr. Frasier Crane, as I delve into the world of art, culture, and of course, psychiatry. My wit is sharper than ever, my insights are more profound, and my banter with my trusty sidekick Roz is simply, well, it's simply divine. From dissecting the nuances of fine wine to dissecting the human psyche, no topic is too mundane or too sophisticated for my expert analysis. And let's not forget the witty repartee with my beloved brother, Niles. Chuckles. Do yourself a favor, pour a glass of a fine Merlot, settle into your favorite armchair, and prepare to be edified, entertained, and perhaps even enlightened by Dr. Frasier Crane smirks. After all, as I always say, I'm not just a psychiatrist, I'm a cultural icon.
How likely would it be that Frasier would get Roz and Niles on his podcast?
I mean, they couldn't even get Niles on the new show, so probably not on the podcast.
I don't remember a lot of Niles Roz scenes.
Oh, sorry, there's one more line. Pauses for dramatic effect. Now, if you excuse me, I have a podcast to produce. Good listening, dear fellow.
What?
Do it again.
Add jokes.
Add jokes.
He said he's witty. That's not witty at all.
Dear listener, are you tired of podcasts that are as dull as a butter knife? Well, fear not, my friend. The Dr. Frasier Crane Show is the intellectual equivalent of a finely sharpened, well, something very sharp. Join me, Dr. Frasier Crane, as I dissect the world of art, culture, psychiatry with the precision of a surgeon, or at least a slightly tipsy surgeon. My wit is sharper than my brother Niles' suits.
That's better. I like that one.
My insight's more profound than a Kardashian's thought on existentialism. And my banter with Roz is simply, well, it's a verbal tennis match, but without the grunting and spandex. Winks.
Okay.
From the absurdity of modern life to the absurdity of my own life choices, no topic too mundane or sophisticated for expert analysis. Let's not forget the witty repartee of my beloved brother Niles. We're like two peas in a pod, except one pea is slightly more pompous and the other pea is slightly, well, more Niles.
Oh, well.
Niles is more, yeah.
That's not where I thought he was going to go with that.
I was going to say, it felt like it was going to be a joke. It just was.
Just end it where one of them is more pompous.
Do yourself a favor. Pour a glass of fine Merlot. Settle in your favorite armchair. Yeah, this is the same. I'm not just a psychiatrist. I'm a cultural icon with a podcast and a dwindling social calendar. Now, if you excuse me, I have a podcast to produce. And by produce, I mean convince my producer to fetch me another latte. Good listening, my dear listener.
I don't.
So what we've learned, Ben, you have more experience in this field than I. AI can't write jokes.
Dear listener, are you tired of podcasts that are as dull as a butter knife? Well, fear not, my friend, because the Frasier Crane Show is the intellectual equivalent of a finely sharpened, well, something very sharp. Chuckles. Join me, Dr. Frasier Crane, as I dissect the world of art, culture, and psychiatry with the precision of a surgeon, or at least a slightly tipsy surgeon. Laughs. My wit is sharper than my brother Niles' suits, my insights more profound than a Kardashian's thoughts on existentialism, and my banter with Roz is simply, well, it's like a verbal tennis match, but without the grunting and spandex. Winks. From the absurdity of modern life to the absurdity of my own life choices, no topic is too mundane or too sophisticated for my expert analysis. And let's not forget the witty repartee with my beloved brother, Niles. We're like two peas in a pod, except one pea is slightly more pompous and the other pea is slightly more, well, Niles. laughs. So, do pour yourself a glass of fine Merlot, settle into your favorite armchair, and prepare to be edified, entertained, and perhaps even enlightened by the inimitable Dr. Fraser Crane. After all, as I always say, I'm not just a psychiatrist, I'm a cultural icon. With a podcast and a dwindling social calendar. Laughs. Pauses for dramatic effect. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a podcast to produce, and by produce, I mean I have to convince my producer to fetch me another latte. Good listening, my dear fellow.
That's the podcast. Bye.